Hey folks, welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. So I got a little pack with me. I got some goodies in my pack, and I'm in the woods here. We love the woods. Beautiful day here in upstate New York. So today we are going to go over the DD Hammock and DD tarp setup that I carry in my bug out. Guys, well, I've come across these two really nice red oak trees right here, and they look about the perfect distance for me to hang this hammock, and we're gonna get it going here. Alright guys, well, the first thing we're gonna go over here is the DD Frontline Hammock itself. This thing is absolutely awesome. I use it all the time. It stays in my bug out bag. It's small, it's really lightweight. They make a great product. It's 850 grams, but I stuck some extra tree straps in here. So I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how I set up this hammock. First thing I got here is my tree straps. So you take your end that's loose like so, right up around Mr. Big Tree, give him a hug. Just loop it through, let it hang. We'll get back to that guy in just a minute here. Then we're going to come over to our, there we go. We're going to come over to our other tree here with our other tree strap. And we're going to hug this sucker too. Loop it up and through. Give it a pull to secure it and let it dangle. Now, DD, when they send this hammock out, they send the hammock out with these awesome ropes on it here. But in New York State, I'm not allowed to tie anything to a tree in the forest without getting in trouble. So what I did was I tied myself on some carabiners. So now I can use the tree straps, and as you can see, I've got lots of extra rope here. So if I need to lengthen or shorten the span of this hammock, it's just as easy as untie this knots and move these suckers over. But the tree straps usually do the trick for me. So we'll go over the setup of this guy real quick. One end here, pick your favorite loop in the strap. Unroll as you walk backwards, trying to keep it off the ground as you go. That way you don't have to share your bed with the leaves and sticks. Grab your second tree strap, pick a loop that looks good, and then assess your situation. I hope you guys know this trick. That's typically your best hang in a hammock. Where it looks like we're a little high, but this isn't bad right here. So that's the beginning of the setup. Now, the DD hammock actually comes with some awesome poles for that bug net. So in here we've got two little composite type poles. These are like carbon fiber or something. But they go in the bug net to spread it so it stays wide over your head. And those attach with elastic straps out to your tree straps, and you are good to go. So we'll finish the setup of this guy, and then we'll get on to the rainfly. DD Jungle Hammock right there. Set up as easy as pie. Let me grab the camera and give you guys a good tour. So here you can see the tree straps, and I've got the bungee for the bug net tied right off to my straps. That way everything kind of flexes together, and as I sink in the hammock, it actually gives me a little bit more head space. And yeah, man, it is a great hammock. You can see the construction of it. That rope just rides all the way through the hammock, so it's all bunched up here at the top. No seam mesh. Really awesome fabric. And the DD Frontline Hammock and DDMC. It's too bad that they weren't able to use the actual multicam, because that would have just been amazing. But it is an awesome hammock for the money. The tree straps are actually not from DD, but I do believe that they sell some tree straps. I bought those separately. Those are Eagle's Nest Outfitter camouflage tree straps, because, you know, the whole thing is camouflage, and I just couldn't live without some camouflage tree straps. But you can save a fortune and buy some non-camouflage tree straps. But there it is, guys. The DD Frontline Hammock. The no seam mesh up top. You have doors on both sides, zippered with good quality. I believe these are, no, they're not YKK, but they are real good quality zippers. And if you notice these tabs, DD has thought this out. These are for an underquilt. So on those cool nights, you can wrap an underquilt underneath this sucker, and it'll keep you incredibly warm. Let's get on the interior here. Check out all its features. So you've got some pockets up here for storage, one on each side. And they have those on both ends, the storage pockets. This one's just inside out from the last time I used it. It's the best way to make sure you got all your stuff out, just turn it inside out. But as you can see, it's kind of spacious in here. We'll crawl in a minute and give you guys a good view of how it looks while it's hanging. Now this has a double layered bottom to it. So what that gives you the availability to do is stuff some sort of insulation under this guy. Or what I like to do is stuff my camp mat in here, and it gives me a little flatter bottom to lay on than your traditional just hanging around in the hammock. And again, this is the DD Frontline Hammock in MC, which is what they call their multicam. But I think it's an awesome hammock. The Rainfly is extremely similar to this. I mean, exactly the same color and ready to go. So let's hop inside and give you guys a view from the inside. Right, guys, well, here we are inside the DD Frontline Hammock. We've got some little gear clips up here that we can hang a light from, a reading light. It's actually kind of spacious in here, you know. I'm not a small guy, but it's comfy. It's comfy. I've spent many nights in this hammock. It's well worth the money. It's worth the weight to pack. And it's camouflage, so it's like really cool. But yeah, all in all, great purchase, guys. You can waste your money on some Walmart hammocks, or you can spend just a little bit more and get yourself a quality hammock, and buy once, cry once, so they say. But that's just my 2 cents. You guys spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. All I can do is tell you that this is probably the best hammock that I've bought, and I'll leave it at that. I mean, they do make some other models, so when you check DD out, you don't have to get the MC color. They make them in olive drab and coyote also. And they've got a lot of awesome products over there at DD Company. They are European based, so sometimes it can take a while to get your shipment from them. But factory direct is always best. You can find them on Amazon and things like that, but I mean, the Amazon like rips people off. Even the sellers, they get ripped off by Amazon. So you know, go right to the source if you can. And if you can't, then you got to do what you got to do. But this is the DD Frontline Hammock. This is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. I am Mike, and we will catch you all on the next one. Be good. Alright guys, I told you there was another piece to this setup, and this is the DD tarp in multicam. This one is the 3 meter by 3 meter tarp. It is 190T polyester with a PU 300 millimeter coating. It's got 4 pegs and guidelines and 19 attachment points. So that makes this sucker pretty versatile. You can basically fold it into a little pup tent on the ground if you need to. And it's a great piece of kit, guys. These things are absolutely awesome. It beats a Walmart tarp hands down, and it will outlast a Walmart tarp for a long time. But I'll go over the setup of this guy with the Frontline hammock, and you guys can see the complete kit. So this does come with some cordage when you buy it, but I had to have my own multicam cordage, so I store that separately in my bag here. Multicam cordage. Yeah, baby. So I like to set up my hammock first. That way it gives me something to splay this guy over. And I don't really have to lay it on the ground so much. So with all these awesome attachment points on here, you can run a complete guy line all the way across, or you can just tie off to your attachment points and then back to your tree, which makes life a little bit easier, especially in the triangle or the diamond setup as people call it. To be able to only tie 2 quick lines and get yourself some cover is an amazing thing. Tent stakes are also something that comes with this, and of course they're the small cheapo kind of tent stakes. So I went out and bought some ultra lightweight backpacking tent stakes from Walmart, the bright orange kind of ones. They work good. They work good. They're lightweight. I don't worry about losing them. They're cheap. So if something happens to one of them, so be it. But for the sake of time and everything else, we're going to use our tree strap here. Just give you guys a little idea of what this sucker, what 3 meters by 3 meters really means. These tie-out points on this thing are just incredible, guys. I've done the rock in the tarp thing before. That's no fun. You know, you put a rock in the tarp so you give yourself something to tie off to. And that incredibly scary sound in the background is my son practicing his archery. We're getting close to archery season here in upstate New York, so the more he practices, the fuller the freezer gets. So the tent stakes I was telling you guys about. These are them Cooligans, little tiny ultralight. I believe these are aluminum tent stakes, made in the People's Republic of China, go figure. But Walmart, thanks Walmart. But with just a couple of attachment points, guys, 2 tent stakes so far, and that's it. If it was really bad weather, I'd put a couple more attachment points on it. But for a night when you're only really worried about dew and no heavy rains, go. It's hanging a little bit low. It's not the tautest ridge line, but it's not even a ridge line. And that'd be enough to keep you dry for the night right there, guys. Let's go get a view from underneath. So the 3x3, it's pretty big. 3 meters by 3 meters. You've got attachment points on attachment points. It's in the diamond pattern right now, so those tie-out points are a little awkward. And you can see it's got an awesome label on it from DD Company. Woot woot! Thanks DD for making an awesome product. And there's your setup, guys. Like I said, I could always pull this tighter, get that up off my head, tie a higher ridge line, use the grommets on the top. There's a lot of options with this thing, but it is a great setup, low profile. It's camouflage. If you had to hunker down, you could set it up square, bring it right down to the ground with a low ridge line and make yourself like a hasty hooch. But what a great product that DD makes. The waterproofing on these things is just incredible. This stuff is like grippy as can be. All these tie-out points are reinforced like it's nobody's business. Everything they make is the highest quality. And they all work tandem together. They're all lightweight. They're all backed by a good quality warranty. So check out DD's product line. I know you guys could find something you like there. If this isn't it, I'm sure there's something else. So if multicam isn't your color, like I said before, you can buy this in Coyote Brown, OD Green. It is a great quality product. Thanks for checking it out, guys. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, out. This is what happens when the Livingston man is on vacation. I've got to work with this stupid little robot camera thing, and it's supposed to follow me around here and do a great job. And then it just decides to slack off and do whatever it wants. And people wonder why the unemployment rate is so high.